Hello, Marcus. Thank you for taking a moment to hear at your performance at PASIC. By the way, it was a wonderful presentation you did.
Thank
And
you.
great, really great inspiration to some people who don't know a lot about Brazilian music, like anything else. To you, someone growing up in the Brazilian music, when you came from there, because obviously you were born in Brazil, what was the first thing that you, when you came here, let's say to America, what are you thinking as far as music, and what were you looking for?
Well, when I came to America to actually attend college, I went to Berkeley, so I was looking forward to learning music from everywhere else in the world except Brazil. That's actually what my intentions when I moved here. I wanted to play other music styles. Yeah.
Right. And along with that, when you're dealing with music education, so here's a culture, you're bringing something to the table, something you already know, but you've taken it up to another level. And I mean, obviously you're a great performer and a great educator, and I love working with you. Somebody who's reaching out to learn Brazilian music, should they do? What are the steps that they should be thinking to make it more real?
Uh, they well, like for example, let's use as an example. I think that one of the best things would be to get as immersed in the culture as possible if you really want to master, and try to play with as many professional musicians or musicians that really master the style. For example, if one wants to really learn Cuban rhythms, it sounds great to go to Cuba, right? And so if one wants to study Brazilian music, there's a lot out there, but it would be great to go to Brazil and spend some time and breathe the air, and yeah, it take to the next level as far as immersing into the language and the vocabulary of Brazilian rhythms, Brazilian percussion. Yeah.
Right. And in your own path, what is probably the single most important thing that happened to you as far as when you're growing up and you want to be a professional musician, and you're obviously doing it? What is the thing that was the most important to you that you would want to share with anybody? For example, in this case,
When I was starting,
both starting and now that you're wiser. I won't say older, but wiser.
oh, I wouldn't say wiser either. But when I was a teenager, I just wanted to be the best I could be. I was practicing seriously. My friends would call me, "Hey, we're going out to this party," and then I'll be, "No, I'm practicing," and that was my mindset, I guess, when I was in Brazil. But now I look back and I see another side of the coin that is extremely important in the kind of music that we play as hand percussionists, because the music we do is music for the community, is music for groups of people, bringing people together. So now I see that it's as important to have your alone time with your practice pad or with your instrument. It is as important to be actually gathering or having fun and going out and laughing and talking about non-music related topics with the people that you play, because then you get to know each other, and the music will happen, and the magic will happen, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was the difference in between the teenager and the old Marcus.
Right. No, that's really interesting. I mean, you just brought on another idea that, we see more and more people getting isolated. With technology.
Yeah.
Technology is great; it connects us, but it also has managed to separate us and totally isolate most of us. Now, music is, as you just said, a community effort, and you don't play music by yourself. You can, but for yourself, by yourself. Not really. It's really a community thing, whether it's 5 people or 50 people, as in the case of Brazilian music. So getting out there and not just performing, but just being with people.
Yes.
No, that's a really. You want to expand on that a little bit?
Oh yeah, and that's huge too. One gotta feel the energy, and I think it's happening more and more, and it's great that YouTube and the internet has so much to offer, but you only get a fraction of of you could get if you were actually at the place, at the venue, at the camp, at the university, at the party, or at the show. You want to gain a lot more just by seeing live and experiencing that energy than sitting down in front of a laptop and searching for videos with micro earbuds, you know.
No, and that's the other thing. Of course, I remember in the days when the recordings used to sit in the recording studios and the mastering huge speakers, and now we're listening to them in these tiny, tiny things. It really doesn't do the music any justice. And also, not being present is not the same. I mean, the YouTube thing is beautiful. It's a good point of reference, but it's not the experience. I mean, and you said it. I mean, you have to be there, and you must take it upon yourself.
And even more, if possible. And I think that's another change these days. Is that people want to talk to people. I guess to the people that are performing on stage want to get to know the people that are going to the concerts too. So more important than going, or as important than going to the concert, is staying maybe a little longer and trying to just say hi and shake the hand of the person you saw performing, asking questions. And because now I think we're all changing from the mentality of the 70s per se, and how it's working nowadays. I think we're all changing, and artists and want to talk and want to share and want to laugh and want to get to know the people that hear their music, right, and go to their shows.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting, because more and more we see the need on both sides. I mean, because we want to share. I mean, for example, when you're at KoSA, you're sitting at lunch and breakfast, and then you go to class and then concerts. So you have a serious interactivity, one-on-one. So you really live the experience. Yes, you can get the artists' DVDs, but it's not the same as discussing how did you do that, or what were you thinking when. Well, oh, come here, let me show you that, and let's talk about that. Going beyond, or even just seeing people play live. Yeah. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and then questions that sometimes don't even come to mind when you are simply listening to the music or watching a concert or sitting on a class with the performer. I mean, by the fact you are hanging in opportunities like at the KoSA camp, and you are sitting across the table on a lunch setting, I'm sure more ideas and questions that would not, as I said, come up in a setting, in a classroom setting, will emerge in a more personal, more personal interaction.
Interaction, yeah. And I mean, basically, it's really important we have to practice a lot. I mean, I did. I mean, my friends used to go skating and used to go out, and I'd say, no, I got to practice. I mean, you did the same. But then we say, that's what we had to do, and now you want to share it. And I guess we had an experience where we spent a lot of time also going out. But now people are thinking going out means turning it on and just watching somebody. That's a one-way street. Not as effective or interesting. I mean, we're interactive beings. Yeah.
And the energy that is projected during one's performance, that things that you have to be there to feel it, too. It's hard to feel that through a computer, I think.
Yeah.
But in case one can't go to the show, it's better than not watching at all. Then I guess a computer is a good resource as well.
No, I think, like you said, technology is great, but it really should be enhancing. I mean, technology can do a lot of things, but it can't replace the real experience, the real deal, the being there. Marcus, I want to thank you for joining us and taking the time to do this interview. Thank you. I know you're really busy, and you did a great performance today, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you.